As I travel through Western Australia, I find myself picking up a lot of sayings. And in this episode, we're off to Jarrow, aka Geraldton, for those that are more educated. Paul, Cristiano, is it?
Yes, good
Hey,
evening.
how are you? Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So thank you for having me, and sorry it's been such late notice, and I arrived, at almost sunset. And so tell me, you do honey. Why honey?
Well, I was given a beehive about 15 years ago when we had the farm, and then we just developed our own little business, and we had 50 hives on the farm. Basically, I've got hives dotted all around Geraldton and People's Gardens now, and that's why we're called 6530 Honey, because we're
It's in the postcode.
all in the postcode.
Sharing the love.
Sharing the love, absolutely, yes.
Fantastic, and I hear a bit of English in you. So
Yes.
you've obviously been here for a while.
I've been here for 38 years.
Wow. And there's a little bit of German, Dutch, is it German?
Absolutely German.
German. Fantastic. And how long have you been?
Coming up 18 years.
18, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and enjoying it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? It's been 18 years now.
It's home.
Well, let's have a look at the garden. Let's have a look at the bees before the sun goes down.
Okay, right.
So with this garden, is it important to have certain types of plants for the bees?
Yeah, the bees like most things that flower, but they'll do fly up to 3 or 4 kilometres in any one direction.
Right.
So they'll more than likely be in other people's gardens.
Right.
Than our
Raping and pillaging the pollen.
Yes, absolutely. Pinching other people's honey. And our beehives are just up here. And
Okay. So these are your hives here. So how do you process the whole thing?
when they're full, we open up the hives and take the frames out. I take them down to my garage, and I've got a machine that spins around.
Okay.
So I take the capping off and spin them out, and the honey comes back, and then I put what we call stickies back into the hive.
Okay. And how do you know when they're ready?
I can smell the hives. I know what a hive smells like. I know it's a strange thing to say, but I know what a hive smells like when it's full of honey. And roughly the time difference, because we don't have any honey season here. We have honey all the year round.
Yeah.
Because we've got warm weather. So these 3 hives, I actually took honey out 3 days ago.
And how long did it take to fill up generally?
3 crops a year, roughly.
Okay.
At the end of summer, which is now, halfway through spring and before Christmas,
Okay.
are the 3 times I get honey. And I had these double stacked, so 2 of them double stacked, so there was 60 frames of honey there.
So and then also hear that you basically sell all across Western Australia.
Mostly to Geraldton,
Yeah.
but we sell to a couple of hamper companies who send their honey all over Australia.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then we sell by post too, so people can order a post pack, a kilo post pack,
Yeah.
and we put it in the post, and they can have our honey anywhere in Australia.
Okay.
So
Fantastic.
we do a bit of that. So a
So
bit more
is
than
that
us.
is that enough to do all of that?
I've got hives in people's gardens. We are called 6530 honey, so all our honey is in the 6530 postcode in Geraldton.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got dotted all around Geraldton. I've got beehives in people's gardens all around Geraldton,
Right.
and I just
Rent a hive.
And yeah, well, my hives, and I just supply the people.
Supply them. Let's go and check out the honey.
Okay.
So, honey.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the flavors and what you do with the product.
Our honey is you can see that we've got honey in jars and in packets, and we individually take the honey out of each hives and keep it separate. So if we've got 2 hives next to each other, we take it out together. So there's a variation in colour on hives. Spring honey is a lot lighter than end of summer honey,
Right. Okay.
and we get quite a lot of tea tree up here, which is the same as one they get in New Zealand. So the honey is very good quality from the Midwest.
Okay. Well, let's have a taste, shall we? You've got a couple of spoons there.
There's,
So how much do you process every week?
I
Or?
harvest 3 times a year, so it takes about a month to get through all 12 hives. Because
That smell. That tastes like that English honey.
I do it part time.
And with the honey, like do you have to know what the properties are of it before you sell it, or can it just be sold straight off as it is?
It's pure honey. It comes straight out of the hives. Apparently the Shah tested our honey a few years ago,
Okay.
which we didn't know about, and it came back as pure honey.
Oh, wow, that's lucky.
Most honey in Australia is blended. They either blend it with not so good quality honey, or they blend it with sugar syrup and rice sugar, and well, you name it. They put all sorts. But you can't tell. They do it so well. You can't tell if it's not
There or
fake,
not.
if it's fake honey, what I call fake honey.
Well, this is absolutely amazing. Well, listen, thank you, both of you, for spending a little bit of time with me. And one thing that I do remember as we were coming in, you told me something about a vibe, and the bees have a vibe. Tell me a little bit more. Wrap it up with the vibe.
Well, everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. So the bees, they actually can, if you are scared and you go close to them, they can feel that. And then they might sting you.
Right. Listen, thank you, Paul, and thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
My pleasure.